this is Beth with Salida Circus and the Balloon Art Tutorials. This is a quick supplemental tutorial for anybody who might be struggling with using the balloon pump or simply with tying balloons. These are skills that actually take a lot of practice before you can even get to the balloon art. So we'll start with using the balloon pump. One important thing to notice with the balloon pump, and a mistake that a lot of people make at the beginning, is that air comes in through the back of the pump and then goes into the nozzle. So if you're holding the pump this way to pump your balloons, it may not be working because you're blocking the air holes. I've also seen people do it against their body and then there's not enough air getting into the balloon. So that might be the reason why your balloons aren't properly inflating. The other tricky part is actually putting the balloon onto the balloon pump. So the balloon, you can see, has like a little lip around it. You want to take that lip and insert the nozzle. It's a little hard to see because of the black against my black clothing. So you have to kind of really get it in there. It's almost the same size, and then push it over. Now, one problem that people have is once they start inflating the balloon, so they get the balloon on, they're not blocking the air hole, and they're pumping it up, but then the balloon flies off from all the air entering. So this does take a fair amount of coordination. Some of our younger circus students are still building a lot of that coordination skills, especially fine coordination with their hands. So it can take some practice. So you're going to slip this on. Make sure it's on really well. One thing you can do to help is pull it down. So for this part, you could lean it against your body. I'll scoot back a little bit. And take the edge of both and really pull it down. Now you do have to be gentle with it because you could poke a hole in the balloon, but the further you can get it on, the better. So you can see in the first example where it flew off, it was barely on the top, and really we want it far on. So I will get it started now. So it's all the way on. And then if you're right or left-handed, that can make a difference in how easy it is for you and what orientation you want to use. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to use my left hand to hold the balloon in place. So you can see I have it in between my pointer finger and my thumb, and I'm holding the balloon right there with those two fingers as I use my more dominant and stronger hand to fill up the balloon. Okay? Once you're finished, getting the balloon off could be another tricky part. You want to make sure you just pinch it tight and pull it off while you're holding this very tightly. So now you have the balloon inflated. If you're having troubles tying the knot, you can keep listening. If you already know how to tie the knot, you won't miss out on anything. You can go back to our regular videos. So now, tricks to help tie a balloon knot. You want to make sure you have as much nozzle as possible. One way that you can do that, and that I'll talk about in all the videos, is that you want to give yourself more space. So you can pinch this off really tight so you don't lose your whole balloon and let more air out. Now I have a lot more to work with. I have double the balloon to tie a knot with, and that's much easier than tying a knot with a really tiny piece of balloon. So now with this balloon, I'm going to hold the balloon. Again, I'm right-handed. You'll want to do it the other way if you're left-handed. I'm going to hold the balloon with my left hand and wrap it around. I have it between my pointer finger and my thumb. And I'm going to wrap it around my pointer finger and my middle finger. So I'm going to wrap it around there once. And then I'm going to slip it through between the two fingers. So I bring the nozzle through, okay? And if I let go and pull it, it makes a knot and it's secure. I'll show you that again with a round balloon, just because I'm a professional balloon twister, and when I was a kid, I had a hard time with this. It took a lot of practice. And like most things in circus, it does kind of hurt a little. My fingers get a beating. So we're going to blow this balloon up. And you're going to, even with a round balloon, if you say, oh, there's not that much space, I want more space, I want it to be easier, you're going to let more air out of the end. and now I have a longer nozzle to work with. I'm going to hold it in my less dominant hand, so that's my left hand for me, between my thumb and my finger. So we can do it again together. I'll do it at a slow pace for you. So I'm holding it. I'm going to wrap it around my pointer finger and my middle finger, which are going to be side by side. I've wrapped it around. Now once I wrap it around, I'm going to wrap it under the balloon. So I have it wrapped around, I'm wrapping it under, and then in between the two fingers. And when I let go, it'll be tied. Let me show you that one more time. So I'm holding it with my left hand between my thumb and my pointer finger. Now I'm going to put these two fingers together to wrap it around my pointer and my middle finger. I'm going to wrap it around, and then I'm tucking it around the balloon. Which way do we go? Around the balloon and through the middle. And I let go, and my balloon is tied. So it's okay if you have to practice this a few times before you even get started on the balloon twisting. Blow up a bunch of balloons, practice tying them in a knot, because it can be tricky and it takes practice. So let me know if you have any questions. My email address is LizzieBethElkins@gmail.com. You can email me there if you have any questions or further problems with blowing up your balloons, tying the knot, or if you have any other questions.